About 18 months ago, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. Initially, I thought I had Ross River fever with the aches and pains because the symptoms were very similar. Initially, I went to a local naturopath who had me on a series of Metagenics products. And with no relief after that and a quite expensive ordeal, I decided, well, I can get all of the nutritions from food. So I went to see a nutritionist for 6 months, which was really good. Had a little bit of improvement, but still I was in a lot of pain. After the Metagenics and the nutritionist, it wasn't working, so I had no option but to go in and see a rheumatoid specialist. So I was on a series of drugs for 6 months, still without any reprieve, apart from being sick, making me constantly sick and tired. And I thought, well, I've got to try something different. So by this time I was quite disheartened, continuously living with pain and not being able to do everyday things that I had been able to do before was very difficult. So from being told that I couldn't run, and those that know me, I was an avid runner, that was really hard to take. Practicing yoga became extremely difficult. Opening jars, I couldn't open jars. Filling fuel up in the car was excruciating pain. Just the little everyday things that I took for granted became really difficult. So living with the constant pain was very difficult, but I think the number one thing for me, being a photographer, holding a heavy camera, I was looking down the barrel at having to say goodbye to my career. Something that I was extremely passionate about became very difficult for me to master anymore. I was on Facebook looking around, and I noticed a post from a dear friend of mine about her husband who has rheumatoid arthritis as well, and she was going on about how well he was going with this little yellow pill, and I was so sceptical. I thought, no, the little yellow pill's got to be the buzzword, the turmeric that's going around that I have. I was taking 12 turmeric tablets and a shot of turmeric without any relief at all. So I was extremely sceptical, but I reached out to her to say, hey, can you tell me a little bit about this, just out of curiosity. And we hooked up and had a coffee. She told me about her husband and this little yellow pill. And I thought at the time it was a combination of not just turmeric, but a combination of 5 herbs for as little as $57 as opposed to $1,000 what I was spending on. I thought for me it was a no-brainer. I just had to give this a go because at this point I was becoming desperate and trying to realise, is this how my life's going to be looking from now on? So after we had our coffee, I drove home and I jumped on the internet straight away. I checked out all the videos that she sent me. She invited me to a testimonials page, and once I got in there and I started actually reading people's testimonials and the results that they were having, I just said, yep, I'm in. So I just jumped online, I signed up, and I thought, no, I'm going to sign up as a distributor. If this works for me, as it's worked for everyone else, then I'd more than happily share it with everybody. I decided to join as a distributor instead of a customer because those that know me, I jump in full-heartedly, and I thought, well, if it's going to work for me, I'll be in a much better position to help a lot of people, and that's just what I do naturally. I just love helping people. I can't help people enough, and if something's going to work for me, I want to share it with everyone. Yellow pill, about 3 weeks I started sleeping better, pain started reducing, my thinking, my clarity came back. Week 4, would you believe it, I actually went for my first 5K run after 18 months away from running at all. I was taking Nurofen 2 morning and lunchtime, so 6 and dinner time, 6 a day. I cut them out completely. There's been, I'm not waking up in the middle of the night with pain and throbbing. That's all disappeared. The pain in my feet has gone. Yoga's becoming a lot more enjoyable. I'm walking a lot more clarity. Just overall a lot more happy, a lot more confident. My understanding of how the little yellow pill works, although I'm not a scientist, is in reducing oxidative stress. And oxidative stress being the number one cause of inflammation, inflammation being the number one cause of rheumatoid arthritis and a myriad of other diseases. Go on, go on, go on, go. He wants to be on the little yellow pill. Signing up as a distributor has helped in so many ways, not just me, but being able to share this with friends and family and just acquaintances that I meet. And they can share again, and that they can help their loved ones, anyone that's suffering in any way with any illness, whether or not it's inflammation or arthritis. I'm feeling fantastic since I found this little yellow pill. I've actually got my life back. I'd love to help anyone that's interested. Just give me a call, send me an email. I'd love to help you. Just get in touch, reach out.